NHL Nightly with your host, the sportsman, a.k.a. Pierre Lebowski, a.k.a. Jeremiah Maxwell. And with him, as always, maybe Perlo Wisdom and Rico in Barry.
What up?
What up?
You trying to keep up with everything that's going on? I hope you are watching the Frozen Friendly if you're able. It has been epic. I have enjoyed every bit of it. We got Salty already in the chat. Thank you, Salty. Appreciate you. I've got the scores, guys. The scores are there. Bear with me. I've got emojis. I'm matching every NHL team. The last one that was very hard for me to determine, guys, was the Ottawa Senators, because they really don't have an emoji in the Apple keyboard for like a gladiator or a senator. So I put a tire there because they play in the Canadian Tire Center. So, and their names are Ottawa. So I thought that was a good one. And boy, Rico, did you catch any of that Buffalo Sabres Ottawa Senators game? It was 5-1 Buffalo at one point. And there was a pretty good.
Yeah, I mean, Ottawa was coming back, man. They pulled the goalie down one. Like this game was like out of reach early, and all of a sudden Ottawa just came back, man. Yeah, it was pretty unbelievable, man.
We also have Game 7 of the NLCS going on right now. Last time I checked, that was all square at 2-2.
3-2.
3-2 Diamondbacks right now.
Yeah. Salty making sure I saw the score of the Leafs game, and the Leafs just dominated the Caps. The Caps actually had a lot of shots on goal and looked really good as far as having puck possession and getting shots on goal. Now, whether they were quality shots or not is, to be determined. So I've got the scores there on the scrolling. Let me know if anything is wrong in the chat. We should have a bunch of people tonight. Hot Take Hockey, I went on his show. Again, thank you, Hot Take Hockey.
Sweet.
Talk a little Leafs and Washington Capitals. I wouldn't even consider the Washington Capitals an NHL team right now. They're kind of like the best AHL team out there. They're really bad.
San Jose, but not far.
I don't know, man. I don't know. At least San Jose has like Eklund and a couple of young guys on there that it would make me feel good about. So we've got yet to start Coyotes and Kings. That'll be an interesting game. I'm excited to see that. Coyotes have played well. Jets got 2 late ones. And then, hey, Edmonton, there's a little panic going on there. They're tied up 2-2. But how about the Carolina Hurricanes? They got shut out in Tampa tonight, 3-0. Something is rotten in Carolina. Yeah, that's very true. Salty, I love a lot of the Capitals have a lot of talented, youthful players, and some of them still playing in their AHL. Yeah, I like seeing Byram score. The Avs look good, man. The Avs went from down 3-2 to 4-3 in like a minute. And Makar, I don't know. Did you see, Rico? Did you see Makar's goal against Sorokin tonight?
I didn't see the goal. No, I was watching the score and trying to follow along best I could. I mean, it's impossible. Like if I have 16 screens, I mean, I wouldn't.
Do you have did you guys get a chance to watch this Frozen Frenzy in Canada? Did they give you this feed?
On my Android box, I've been watching the ESPN Frozen Frenzy. So I watched the Leafs Caps on my main screen here, and now I got the Chicago-Boston game. And then on my other screen here, I got the Arizona-Philly game. And then I'm kind of just flipping through the other scores because I'm just on the top level of my house here.
So the Frozen Friendly is pretty great, man. They've been rotating. Oh, hey, here's another team that's not looking good. The Pittsburgh Penguins. Down 4-1, warms the cockles of my heart. It's just you can't be old and slow in this league anymore, and that's just what they are. At least the Caps have an injection of youth in their lineup, and I said they could probably get some trades and what have you. So, but yeah, Dallas up 4-1 in that game, so I'll update that score.
Pittsburgh's just hanging on, man. They're hanging on to their old players, and Crosby doesn't want to go through a rebuild, and neither can Malkin. And
they can't go through a rebuild. Rico, the players they need to trade are Crosby and Malkin. to cup contending teams. That's what they have. They have zero. The only difference between the Washington Capitals and the Pittsburgh Penguins, other than Pittsburgh's the oldest team in the league and Washington is the second oldest team in the league, Pittsburgh, I believe, executes their power play way better than Washington. And Washington has a good group of youthful guys in their farm system that they haven't traded away. Pittsburgh has none. The cupboards are bare. They have nobody. They couldn't give anything up for Carlson because they didn't have anything for him. So, Andrew, thank you so much. And I know Andrew agreed with you something on the last show we had. By the way, buried the lead. Hope you guys had a good weekend. I know Rico was messaging me Monday. I was like, no show. We're going to keep with this format till after football season. And then I think we might go Mondays. We'll just play it by ear. But I feel like 4 nights a week is enough. And if you guys don't make it every time, it's kind of how I feel. I'd like to have the time off. And we're still putting out, if you think about it, we're still putting out like 16 shows a month. That's a pretty good number of shows. So I'd rather have quantity over quality, if that makes any sense. It gives me a little bit of a check. Oh, D-backs are on top in the 7th. Andrew, can you do me a favor and hang out with us and be our because I cannot turn on the baseball, man. I just I was pleased as a pig and shit though that the Astros lost. Just love it. Couldn't happen to a better franchise. See you later. So what if we get D-backs and Texas Rangers?
You know what I was hoping last night? I was hoping in that Texas clinching game last night because they were up so much and Altuve was coming up next. I was hoping that Chapman was going to be able to face Altuve because that Altuve is the one that hit that home run to win the World Series against the Yankees when they got caught cheating.
Well, to go to the World Series.
Yeah, to go to the World Series. But you'll see that meme everywhere of Chapman smiling like there was a moment where he knew that Altuve knew what he was throwing at that time.
He knew exactly what was coming. There's no question. So, wow, New York and Colorado all tied at 4-4.
Perfect. I got the draw on that.
I got the draw on that too, Perlo.
I got the draw on that. Yeah, sweet.
I did too.
Well, why don't you guys talk about your bets while I update the score?
I got under 6, which is pretty much golden in Boston, Chicago. Draw in the Minnesota-Edmonton game, which is 2-2 right now. What do you got, Rico?
I got the draw in the Boston Hawks game.
Oh.
So I bet that pre-game.
Well, let's hope we get a goal for Chicago and it stays under and we're golden.
Yeah, and I took the under 5.5 mid-game, like midway through the second period, this Kraken and the Red Wings. But it looked like the Kraken scored 2 goals to like nearing the end of the second to go up 3-1, which kind of hurts a bit. But I got that draw Colorado Islanders. I got the draw Boston. And I got just like you, I got the over Shesterkin total saves. I got him saving over 29.5 tonight in Calgary. So hopefully he gets peppered a bit.
And I got the Jets in regulation and -1.5 over St. Louis. So
Dallas wins 4-1 final.
And we had Dallas. Did you have Dallas, Rico?
No, I didn't bet that game. One I had earlier was I had Owen Power to score. I had him plus 750. Total goals, Owen Power, and he scored. But I guess Tage Thompson got credit for the goal. I don't know. I didn't see it, so it must have went off him or something like that. But man, that would have been a good.
Dude, that's a bummer, man. Should have had Tage Thompson to score because he had 2 goals tonight.
Yeah, he doesn't pay well though. It's like
because he had almost 50 last year, 47 goals.
Yeah, you almost got to go Tage Thompson over 2 goals.
I think they will. I don't know about Malkin. But honestly, if they miss the playoffs by a hardcore this year, I think Crosby's will go to Pittsburgh and say, "Yeah, do her up."
What if Pittsburgh's like way out of the playoffs this year, and it comes to the trade deadline?
I think Crosby will go to Pittsburgh and say it's he cannot not compete. I think he'll go. I really do. I think he'll ask to be traded.
So
you think there's a chance about it? You
think there's a chance that Malkin and Crosby get traded at this trade?
No, they will not get traded.
Or Ovechkin.
Not at the deadline.
I don't think Ovechkin could get traded either, dude, because his contract is not a huge contract at 9-2, but he's got like 3 years left. He's got this year, next year, and the year after. So there's not anybody that has the cap space, and the Caps aren't going to eat half of Ovechkin. They'll keep Ovechkin. So real quick, let me tweet out the show again. I know I tweeted it out earlier, but
they'll trade Ovi if Ovi goes to them and says they want to go, and same as Crosby too. They will do it.
If they both ask to be traded, it'll happen. But
Crosby will ask to be traded. I no doubt about it in my mind. He sees really what's going on there. I would not doubt it at all that he asked to get traded. We won't hear that he asked because they won't say that. Mm. They're not going to disrespect Crosby that way. But I bet you he'll do it. Hmm. Ovi maybe too. Ovi looks pretty tired out there right now. Like you're looking around going, do you really want to end your career in that freaking disaster in Washington right now? Do you really want to end that way?
Well, TJ Oshie was always slow too, but when he ages, now his speed plays a factor. Now he was.
Oh, did you notice how slow he was in the game?
Yeah, man.
Done, man. Oshie's done.
Dude, it's just almost. I told Hot Take Hockey. This is what I said. I said it's sort of like watching a family member that you know is dying, but you don't know when they're going to die, and it's sad. You know what I'm saying? You just know it sucks because it was fun to watch them be a competitive team for 15 years. So Hot Take's in the chat. He says Sid retires in Pittsburgh. I agree with him. I don't see him going anywhere, man. I don't. They're not going to be able to trade Malkin either. He makes too much money. Look.
The Caps going up next year. If Crosby's available, there's going to be a team out. Are you telling me Boston wouldn't be picking up the phone for Crosby?
I don't even know Boston needs him. What does Boston need him for?
No doubt about it, they'd be picking up that.
What does Boston need him for?
What does Boston need him for? Crosby? They have no center.
They're undefeated. They're undefeated this year already.
They still don't have a center. You telling me they're not going to take Crosby?
I don't know, dude.
For sure they're going to take
pretty good to me. And they're
not only that, he's not in Boston. He's closer to home too. I could see that all day.
Reuniting with Marchand.
Yeah, all day. Even if they are doing well, who cares? You still get Crosby. Now you're doing better.
And you heard it here first. Perlo calling it.
I could see it all day.
I mean, you heard it here last too, because nobody else is going to be fucking dumb enough to talk.
Well, just wait. I don't think Crosby's going to sit there in a shit team that's going nowhere. I do not believe that at all.
I think if he was going to make that decision, Perlo, he would have done it 2 years ago and maybe tried to go to the
He'll hold on to his loyalty as far as it goes. After this year, this team is shit. There's no future. Even his agent's going to be like going, look, dude, is this the way you want to finish your career? Is this the way you want to do it? Because this team's going nowhere.
Well, this Islanders game is perplexing. Okay, here we go. I think if there was any chance of that happening, Crosby would have made sure Malkin and Letang signed to those deals. All three retire with Pittsburgh. I 100% agree with Hot Take Hockey. I just think there's absolutely no way I mean, those guys have played together 18 years. I think it's like a record in all professional sports that those guys that anybody has played with each other that length of time. They'll do their 2 more years and then
I don't doubt retire. That he thought that
still they'll have won 3 Stanley Cups and everybody will consider it a success. So
I don't doubt that he thought if they signed, they would be able to do something. But now he knows they.
By the way, real quick, Perlo, I want to cut you off from this idiocy and save you from yourself. What was your bet on? By the way, I like the hat. What was your bet on the Florida game? They have an empty net, 121 to go, empty net. Florida San Jose. Wow! Oh my God! San Jose almost tied it up with a dump in, and it went. You know how it hits the corner and goes like this in front of the goalie.
I would not like that at all.
Yeah, so you need the empty net goal, though. Wouldn't the empty net goal give you the over there? Oh, wow, 4-2 D-backs. Oh, looking like Phillies. Do you know that this is the Phillies' first Game 7 they've ever had in franchise history, by the way? I thought that was interesting because they've been around for like 100 years.
Yeah, I need an empty netter here.
Okay, so you need an empty net. Oh, they paved off the icing.
The MLB, too.
I also have them in a
Arizona
parlay.
and Texas in the World Series. This is like a nightmare to them.
Oh, so Salty's saying Miko, so I'm wondering if it's 6-4 there. And that would be the Avalanche game.
Yeah. It's 5-4.
Jesus, they had every chance to get the empty netter there, and they just screwed around with it.
I'll take Avalanche on the puck line, though, -1.5, Perlo.
Dude, that game's almost over, Rico. 5-4? With 11 minutes left, you take the Avalanche at 1.5?
Yeah, it just means they got to score an empty netter.
Yes!
Did you get the empty netter?
10 seconds left.
Oh, they got to count it.
Perfect.
If Panthers win, every team in the Atlantic Division has 3 wins.
On that
it's going to be a crazy competitive division all year. Yep, and Hot Take Hockey, check out. Andrew, I'm not DM me, Andrew, what the comment is and on Twitter. That'd be the best way for me to. Okay, Vancouver up 2-1 on Nashville. I bet you I don't have that score up to date.
I got the over in that game, so I'm good there.
They were up 1-0 again when there's 16 games, but I got emojis. I got. Eklund's assist was beautiful. Yeah, I do like me some Eklund. I'm excited about that player. Jaden Schwartz bidding for a hat trick. It's still 3-1. Kraken in Detroit. There's like a lot left in the third, though. 18 minutes left, so that game's far from over. Detroit's on the power play here too. So let's see. They've been really good. I think Decor did that. What was the goal? What was the goal? I didn't see the goal. Oh, Eklund's assist. I didn't see the goal. I didn't have any talking points tonight because I just thought we would be so slammed with the games. I'm really 3-4-0. The Carolina Hurricanes, to me, outside of Edmonton, that's the biggest shocker. I mean, both those teams were perennial, and look, they're easily could still be there, either team. Oh. Like I said, I hear what the Edmonton media is spinning about. Oh, that's a goal from Detroit. Shane Gostisbehere. Boy, Shane Gostisbehere has played really well. He's played defensively well, and he's been real good quarterback in the power play for Detroit. Just what they needed. They get those young defensemen a little bit of a rest. And Sider's, look, this is a great pass from Sider, by the way. Just teed it up for Gostisbehere. Wow. Does Bedard be traded to Vancouver or somewhere else in the league to Perlo? Perlo, do you think that Bedard be traded?
Does Bedard what?
Does Bedard get traded to Vancouver or someplace else in the league?
Not a chance.
You think? I think maybe he means at any point in his career.
Never.
You don't? You think he just plays his whole career as a Chicago Blackhawk?
Yeah.
I'll bet you a lot of people thought that about Patrick Kane. So it looks like, speaking of Patrick Kane, he's like real healthy, and he's going to be back better than he was the last couple of years because he's been playing with that damaged hip, and which could be why he was not great both ways, even though we know he's not a defensive stalwart. Looks like by middle to late November, which happens to be U.S. Thanksgiving, which usually gives you an indicator. And I'm telling you, the rumors are Colorado. Buchagras mentioned tonight. He's like, go to Colorado and play because they have all that Landeskog cap room. So I know you don't like that, Perlo, or don't think it would happen. Vancouver's up 3-1.
Perlo, I'm taking it.
Well, I tell you what, Vancouver's a playoff. Oh, sorry, Rico. Sorry.
Yeah.
I'm taking an Arizona Kings draw.
Oh, is that started or is that on now?
It'll be in 10 minutes. But I think that's going to be a low scoring game. You got to get your bets in, boys.
I like AZ plus 1.5 there.
And you know what? I just took Arizona plus 1.5 and I parlayed it with the Vegas Golden Knights minus 1.5.
What's that paying? AZ plus 1.5.
Okay, that was either Höglander or
plus
Lafferty.
275.
Hey, Rico.
Plus 275. So I parlayed. So if the Coyotes lose by 1, I'm good.
Puck line playing. Paying.
Coyotes plus 1.5 and Golden Knights minus 1.5.
Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
No, I did. I cut you guys off. I apologize.
Yeah, no, just the Arizona puck line. What does that pay? Just the
Arizona puck line.
Where would I find it? Would it be on NHL?
Arizona plus 1.5. What does that pay?
Oh, minus 150.
I got plus 157 for Arizona on NHL. So minus 187 if you pick the Kings, which is funny because guess what? The Arizona Coyotes have a better record than the Kings. They're 3-2, and the Kings are 2-1. I would take the plus money on Arizona.
I think it's a low scoring game too. No,
I take the.
I don't think it's going to be a low scoring game. I can't pick an under with Talbot in net.
I take the under. He's actually looked really good for them.
No.
Yeah,
not with that system. No, I don't.
He's looked good in net for them. I'm just saying.
Like so, 8 minutes,
55 seconds left to go. 4-on-4 in the Colorado New York Islanders game out on the island. What a crazy game!
Up and we get the draw, buddy. Let's do it.
So Andrew's asking if we watch the NBA. I do not watch the NBA. What's the name of the
Islanders coach again? What's the name of the Islanders coach? Do you remember?
Lane Lambert. Lane Lambert. Capitals assistant coach. He was the Capitals assistant coach under Trotz.
Mob.
Huh?
He looks like he's like the head of a mob for.
Yeah, he's got that greasy black hair.
So, dude, when he was the Capitals assistant coach, he had long hair, like longer than my beard. Long hair.
Oh, yeah.
So, yeah, I love the long hair look. He was. Hey, I tell you what, I hated to see him and Trotz leave and Mitch Korn. And I believe Mitch Korn is one of the best goalie coaches in the NHL. I believe that Braden Holtby benefited largely from Mitch Korn being there. And, you know, I'm assuming he's there in Nashville. The Preds are going to be another team, I think, that's just going to be really bad this year.
Yeah, I thought the Predators with UC Saros and bringing in O'Reilly, I think they'd win some games and be maybe a playoff fringe kind of team. But, yeah, I don't know. Nashville's not looking good whatsoever.
I don't know where Korn is now. He might still be on the island. I'm not sure. I'd have to look it up. And he may have retired too. The guy's been going on for a long time. And you know, like Sean Burke gets a lot of credit. I mean, he was working for Vegas. Here, I'll look it up while you guys are talking. But okay.
Holy shit. Hopefully I had the auto lineup set up on our freaking YouTube hockey league.
You could just set it. You can do it for the week. There's a little button that says start for the week. Just do it for the week. Because it's too, when you have the week to whack up, it's too convoluted. Okay, we got Darkness in the chat. I want this type of format for the last day of the regular season with the staggered start times. Darkness, I want this type of format the entire year, forever and ever, and we should have 4 times a year have 16 games. And I would prefer them to be on a Saturday, but I will take a Tuesday. It's just a little late for the days to end.
Yeah.
Hey, thank you. Hey, you have a big fan in Andrew Beauchene, Rico. He says, Beard is the best, Perlo is great, and Rico is the greatest. So I appreciate you, Andrew.
I agree with you there.
Thanks, buddy. Hey, listen, the only game on tomorrow night is Washington and the Devils, eh?
Yeah, you know what? That's going to be a real quick show.
One game tomorrow night.
Washington
One
and the
game
Devils?
last night. One game tomorrow night.
Yeah, really good for the second oldest team to face off against like the second youngest team in the league.
On a back-to-back.
We're gonna see how that goes. Yeah, on a back-to-back.
With their backup goaltender in there.
Well, but no, so the Caps will play Kemper because Hot Take Hockey brought this up. He goes, I wonder why they didn't pull Kemper after it was 4-0. And I said, Charlie Lindgren's hurt. He's the backup. They had to bring up Shepherd. And I go, I don't think they're going to play him. I think they're just going to need him if Kemper gets tired. And Kemper didn't play the first couple of games because he had his wife had a baby. So,
there goes my under.
Look, I'll say this tonight. Kemper was not the problem. He was fine. The first goal the Leafs scored, he should have had. It was a shitty shot. I think he should have had it. Morgan Riley's goal was garbage. I would have saved it. Mike McKenna would have had it. But
in Detroit.
The rest of the goals, I don't blame him at all. So it's like, you let him one bad goal. Maybe that game's 3-1. I mean, this Leafs are just so much better. It's just like the elite skill on the ice. Okay, I'm looking up Mitch Korn now. I got off subject. You guys talk about your final.
Is it 3-all now?
Detroit just scored, man.
3-all. Oh my! The over is going to come through there. What else?
Oh, is it 3-2 Detroit?
It did, and
3-all.
Under.
It's 3-all.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, Seattle. I think Seattle's going to be they're going to be on the outside looking in. Rich Korn from the Bronx. Korn was hired in 2018 as the goaltending for the New York Islanders. Prior to the Islanders, spent 4 seasons with the Capitals and then 16 years with the Preds. So he's still with the Islanders. Mitch Korn is. I would be shocked though if I don't know, man. Sorokin is so good. You could just see it. Korn was hired by the Sabres where he coached Dominic Hasek to 4 Vezina and 2 Hart trophies. Again, I don't know how anybody argues that Hasek is not the greatest of all time.
No, there's no argument.
Yeah. I hear Patrick Waugh and Marty Brodeur, and I'm just like, no.
The only one that would be Sawchuk, and I can't comment on that because that was way back. I don't know.
Yeah, way before our times. Yeah.
Well, all the people that I know that were old enough to know say that Sawchuk was basically Hasek. It's like a saw.
Well, but Perlo also just a different game.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. He stopped pucks like that for his time, for his era. Like there was nobody even close back then. Not even close. Dominic Hasek I never saw a guy stop pucks like that. Right?
No, he was a freak, dude. It literally looked like his spine and hips moved his legs and hips moved independently from his back and his upper body. Like they move differently. Like this. Yeah. Like, he could spin this way and that way. Boy, Buchagras, I don't know. Buchagras, hey, by the way, Austin Matthews is going to be on a Pat McAfee show tomorrow. Rico.
Oh, nice.
Oh, no way.
Yeah. So Jack Eichel and Mark Stone have both been on the Pat McAfee show. So I've seen those guys.
That's cool. I'm off tomorrow. I'll make sure I watch it.
What's going on with Edmonton, Minnesota? I haven't heard anything about it.
It was tied up the last time I looked. Let me look at the scores. I'm trying to keep up to date, guys. It's just so Ducks Blue Jackets 1-1. That game started late. And then did you hear what they're doing with Carlson? I actually really like this. It's a very interesting thing. So we know the Ducks aren't going to be worth anything anyway this year.
Edmonton's up 3-2.
What?
So, Edmonton's up 3-2.
Okay, Edmonton's up 3-2. Did you bet that game?
I bet the draw.
That could be good.
I bet every game. The only one I didn't bet on was the Islanders, Colorado.
Oh, Blues scored a goal. Blues scored a goal.
Blues scored.
So that's 2-1 now?
Yeah.
2-1, waiting for the third. Okay, I got to find it.
Draisaitl scored. I had a prop. Yeah, Draisaitl prop.
Oh. That helps my fantasy because I have Draisaitl, so I need him to step the hell up. Okay. Yeah, I mean, I just, Edmonton's at home, right?
No, they're on the road. They're playing Minnesota on the road.
Oh, they're in Minnesota? So we still have Ducks. Oh, by the way, the Flyers, Coyotes, which we won't stay on that long, guys. The Flyers, Golden Knights comes on at 7 my time. So that's a late game. So that starts.
Do you have anything on that? The Flyers, Golden Knights. I don't think I have anything on that yet.
Yeah, I'll tell you right now, the Vegas Golden Knights are 6-0. They look incredible. Today I heard that Jack Eichel said to Mike Grinnell that they were so healthy they could have won another round in the Stanley Cup Finals. Like they won the final, they could have they could have played another series. So I'll tell you right now, I just don't know how anybody beats them. If they're healthy this year, they look way too good. So
I agree.
I think Andrew was updating us on the scores. Yeah, still 4-2 in that game, but bottom of the seventh, there's 2 on for the Phils. Phils gotta win this, right? They gotta win this. They're at home. Once the Dodgers lost, which everybody's like, oh, I can't believe the Dodgers lost. I go, did you watch? Like, I didn't watch a single game this year, and I was like, I think they had like 4 or 5 of their starting pitchers injured. And Clayton Kershaw is 105 years old. So, yeah, I don't know what Ovechkin was doing on that first goal. If he just stands there, he could whack the puck in. Just like they were overskating everything, and like, I don't know. Like,
they're just a disheveled mess right now. And
I thought it was goaltender interference. I thought it was goaltender interference right away, Rico, on that first goal. I don't know if you caught that.
What, the Caps game?
Yeah.
Ovechkin jumped right.
I said it's not going to count. I don't know when that was going to count. I'll tell you right now, if that had happened to the Capitals and they had been scored on, I would have said the exact same thing. I just didn't think it was a good goal.
Hey, it was not a good goal.
Yeah. Did you see?
That was pretty obvious, yeah.
Well, it wasn't obvious to the ref on the ice, Perlo, because he called it a goal and they had to review it. So they thought it was a lot closer. And I was like, no, it's not going to be good. Anyway, Craig Anderson he retires with Ottawa. I thought that was so cool. He dropped the puck. Did you see how they did the puck drop?
No.
2 goalies. They had the 2 goalies face off.
Oh, really? That's pretty cool.
Cute.
Yeah, because Anderson was a goaltender.
Makes sense.
I love it. I just thought it was a nice touch. By the way, maybe the best fight of the year so far between Tkachuk and Alex Tuch. And Alex Tuch took a beating. So
I didn't see that either. I've been flipping through all the games so much. I haven't seen lots of things. And by the way, Seattle just took a penalty with 10 minutes left.
3-3 in that game. Yeah. Avalanche 5-4 going to probably win this game with no time, 1:40 left.
I need a goal by Avalanche.
Ducks and Blues still have 1-1. Jets and Blues are 2-1. Oilers are up 3-2 with 5 minutes left in the second. Excuse me. Canucks up 3-2 now. Pred's got a goal. That game's only halfway over. All right, so let's update that. So I know that one's not correct.
I got the over.
So I've got the score in the chat. If you have any questions about the emojis, I do have the team name like in front of it. So for the guys in the chat, for everybody in the chat. And I've been trying to keep it up to date. So if you're like, if you're not able to watch the games, that hopefully we find people that don't have ESPN, that don't have any way to watch the games, can't listen to the games on the radio. And we're here for you to talk the games. Of course, on slow nights, we're going to have topics and I've got good news, guys. We've got three guests to announce that we'll have next week. On the 1st, I believe, on the 1st, we will have, let me make sure I'm not lying to you. On the 1st, we will have RJ Ekinos and Dylan Travers from Emerald City Hockey.
Nice.
RJ is a full-time beat reporter for the Seattle Kraken. He goes to the games. He interviews the players and coaches. He's going to be awesome to be on this chat. So next Wednesday, we'll be having the Emerald City Hockey guys. Please show up. Tell your friends. We're going to have a great interview with them. We'll see how many games we have on so we can talk some cool stuff with them, some real-time stuff with them. It'll be a chill chat, but going to have those guys. And then the very next day, November 2nd, the legend John Duncan from Off the Wall Hockey is going to be with us.
Yeah, Johnny Duncan.
So
I got a little more excited because him and I have known each other for a while. Just happy to have them on. They're all going to be great, though.
Well, you're going to like the guys. I know you don't know the guys, but you're going to like the guys. So
I know the Emerald guys.
Yeah,
I just
good.
don't know the Emerald guys.
Well, you're going to get to meet them.
Stuff. I've listened to their stuff. And they're good. I like them.
Yeah. So they do the Deep Dive podcast.
All the Brinkats with the goal.
Oh, is that 4-3 then?
4-3, wow. Baby.
How many goals does he have this year now?
He's crushing. Now that he's happy and where he wants to be, he is crushing.
Well, and also Larkin has been an incredible passer. He's been needing that winger. Yeah. So this is just the perfect guy. And hey, listen, Rico, if you were a great hockey player, you'd want to play for the Leafs, right? Because you grew up a Leafs fan, I'm assuming, right, Rico?
Yeah.
So This is like me, man. If I was a good hockey player, I'd want to play for the Caps. Perlo, you'd want to play for the Hartford Whalers. I mean,
6'4" Colorado.
Yeah, 6'4" Colorado. So Salty is. I'll tell you what, and somebody said this, or Ryan Whitney said this on the Chicklets podcast. By the way, do yourself a favor if you did not get a chance to listen to that episode. Here, let me.
I listened to like half of it today, the Spit and Chicklets podcast. I got through about half.
Yeah, he played for the Islanders for a long time, and Mike Vakoda, what a great interview. This dude is a wagon, and he played with some great players, man. And he just wasn't there when they won the Cups, but just a Saskatoon boy. You know, he talked about how they all idolize Wendell Clark and stuff, which I just thought was great. Who doesn't love Wendell Clark? Yeah. What has anybody checked in on that Blackhawks game? Where are we at with that one? Here, let me check the score.
Boston's winning 1-0 or something.
Okay, so it's still 1-0. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So we have some finals. I'll go through the finals today. Obviously, the Leafs pounded the Capitals 4-1 today in Washington. Stars beat the crap out of the Penguins 4-1 in Pittsburgh. 5-2 Devils beat the Canadiens, which, you know, Lightning shut out the Hurricanes 3-0. We talked a little bit about. And then the real barn burner was the Sabres-Senators. That game was 5-1 Sabres. Final score was 6-4. One of the best fights ever between Alex Tuck and Brady Tkachuk, two American boys. We've got two games where the puck hasn't even dropped yet. The Coyotes and the Kings, and the Flyers and the Golden Knights. And boys, don't sleep on the Flyers this year. You better not go to Philly and be unprepared to play, because they have a team. Oh, Jackets are up 2-1. Thank you, Andrew Ford, man, our bartending friend, Andrew Ford, in the chat. Thank you, Andrew, for being here. Yeah, dude, don't sleep on the Jackets either, man. I don't think they're going to be a terrible team, because Pittsburgh's not good. Washington's not good. The Rangers are losing right now 1-0 still. You never know. What was that score you just said?
Detroit's up 4-3
on the Ducks. Yeah. Oh, I didn't say what I was going to tell you guys about Leo Carlsson. So they are managing the amount of games he plays. They want him to be flourishing at the end of the year instead of hitting that rookie wall about December, January timeframe. So they are not playing him every other game. So he's only going to play like of the first 41 or so, he's only going to play about 20 games. So I thought that was really interesting.
Mm-hmm.
What do you guys think?
Yeah, I heard them talking about that today too, about Leo Carlsson, about load management's making its way into the NHL. I mean, the kid's young. You got to preserve him. I don't mind sitting him in the odd game. I don't think it was a big issue when I heard it.
Yeah, Salty, I'm not sleeping on the Yzerplan because I already think that Detroit's a playoff team. I'm not even counting them in the team that's going to have a tough time making it. I think they're easily going to be in the top 3.
They're better than Buffalo and Ottawa.
Yeah, I mean, Ottawa lost to Buffalo tonight. Buffalo, if you would have ranked those 3 teams, I would have put it Detroit, Ottawa, Buffalo. Right now, I'd still put it Detroit, Ottawa, Buffalo. The thing that concerns me about Ottawa is I don't like their defensive depth, but Chychrun, he should be good. And then just what are we going to get from their goalies? Honestly, I like Forsberg over Korpisalo, but tonight Forsberg was, I think he got lit up for most of the goals. And then I don't know if they put Korpisalo in and they got back into it a little bit, but.
Holy shit. The Avalanche won 7-4, man. They potted another empty.
Is that game 5? Oh, yeah.
They ended up winning 7-4. Yeah, I couldn't figure that game out.
Did you have the over on that one?
No, I didn't bet anything but the draw for a little bit. That was it.
Yeah.
I couldn't figure that game out because the Avalanche were 2-12 in New York. But my gut said that the Avalanche are playing so well right now that they'll break that, but I couldn't pull the trigger on it. This Avalanche team is like,
too, and the Islanders.
They have decided that they are going to they're going to win the Presidents this year, I believe, between them and Vegas.
Oh, yeah. Harper flew out with 2 on in the bottom of the 7th with 2 on.
Dude, there was a guy at first and second with like 1 out, I think.
Yeah, I think no outs.
No outs, yeah.
Wow. The number 1 trending is the Lakers. So I know the NBA is opening up tonight too. You guys big NBA fans? I haven't watched it since the 90s.
No, I'm a Raptors fan, but I'm not a basketball fan.
No.
I mean, at least Canada, you only have 1 team to root for, right? Like it's like the Blue Jays. You all can root for the Blue Jays. I guess there are probably some diehard Expos fans there that are like, no Blue Jays. But dude, I just watched the Joe Carter home run the other day, just like yesterday, watching that, reminiscing. First of all, Joe Carter was one of my favorite players growing up. He was just like the classiest dude. And, you know, I was listening to Dan Patrick today talk about that story where he interviewed Joe Carter in his house. And he's like, do you have the home run ball from Game 6 where you hit the walk-off home run to win the World Series for the Blue Jays? And he's like, yeah, it's in the drawer in the kitchen because he gave it to his wife and she's like tossed it in a drawer. So somewhere in Joe Carter's kitchen is this Game 6 home run ball of the Blue Jays. That ball should be at the Hall of Fame, man.
Yeah, Tyler Toffoli with the hat trick tonight too, eh?
Dude, what that's gonna be another sneaky one that everybody's like, what? Tyler Toffoli plays for the Devils? If what are the Devils gonna do if with Timo Meier? If this keeps going, like they had to healthy scratch him the other day.
Nothing, man. You just signed him to a long-term deal.
I know. I mean, you could move that deal.
No, it's just accountability. It's just some accountability stuff.
I think too, Perlo, he needs time still. He's still new to that system. Like, we forget this guy hasn't played he hasn't played 20 games with those guys yet, really.
That's true, but I think this has more to do with the fact that he just signed the big contract and he did a lot of fun stuff over the summer. And they're like, okay, time to shake your head, buddy. getting back in the game.
No, he was making good money though, Perlo. He didn't come over there with an entry-level deal. That guy has been making $5 or so million for a while.
Yeah, sometimes we get big
go back and look at his cap friendly. Well, you're acting like he got money and he just decided to get fat and food. Now, he got security with the long-term deal, but I don't know, man. Like that guy, I had him on my fantasy team that won the championship, and he shot the puck a lot and was hit a lot and was in the ozone a lot and played a lot of really quality offensive time. Most of the stuff is trending is NBA, but
most of the people in Toronto were saying that Nylander should get something around the Timo Meier deal. That's probably not going to happen.
Oh no! I think I'll tell you right now. If the cap goes up where I think it's going to go, and Toronto doesn't have signed him by free agency, I'd just tell you right now, as a Washington Capitals fan, I'd give him $13 million to be on my team right now because they need the skill. It's evident you don't have it. That guy is a skilled top-line winger on any team in the NHL. Just so happens he plays on a team with Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews. And I don't know, Rico. Oh, I got something in the thing today. Let me show you.
Well, Nylander's old man took the money, and like father, like son.
Oh yeah, he was a merc. Check this out. What do you think?
Whoa, dude. London Knights out of Max Domi? Marner.
Yeah, got to get a 93.
Nice,
what do you think?
Buddy. I love it.
I know. Eventually I want to have one of every of the CHL. Like I want to have a Spokane Chiefs, and so, but I got to get all the NHL ones first too. So, let me put these back on. Yeah. I stare at screens too much, so I got to have these screen glasses so I don't wreck my eyes again. So, I was going to try to find that Makar. I'm going to try to find that Makar.
I need the Boston-Chicago draw here. I need a Chicago goal and shut her down.
Well, we did get a Chicago goal. They stripped it away with the stupid offsides review that had no bearing on the play whatsoever. And they robbed a kid, Connor Bedard, of his third goal. And he beat a very good goaltender from Anchorage, Alaska, no less, Jeremy Swayman.
And you know what? That being said, Gretzky's goal records, I wonder if you went back and you videoed every single Gretzky goal, which ones happened to be offside, where there was no offside rule in place. I wonder how many would be called back. Just to say, because he owns a goal scoring record or whatever, right? So,
even if like 50 of them were called back, he'd still have it.
Yeah, but how many do you think? Maybe 40, 30? 30 of them?
Oh, I don't know. Who cares? It didn't matter. They weren't going to stop it anyway. It's just idiotic. It ruined the game with it, I think.
Andrew's got 17 hockey jerseys. Wow, I don't even have one.
I had about 50 and donated them to the Scotty Gomez Foundation, I think, or one of the foundations. I gave it to my real estate agent. So I thought he gave it to Scotty Gomez Foundation. One thing I regret donating was an Alexander Ovechkin autograph skate, which I had, and they're now going for like $5,000 on eBay. Okay, here we go. I think this is it. Yeah, this is it. This is 15 seconds, so I can show this. Sorry about that, guys. Get it.
I got to sweat this Detroit game or Seattle game now. Yeah, Seattle's on the power play. 2 minutes
Okay,
left.
check this out, boys.
35
Here, we're going to get a little highlight. We're going to show the
sweating the Seattle game now. Sorry, man.
Is it going to let me do this? Ooh. Yeah, okay, here we go. He'll let me do it this way. Okay, here we go. Here we go, boys. Check it out. Here's the Makar goal. Watch this. Watch this.
Wow, beauty.
Ridiculous, dude. Ridiculous.
Second best player in the NHL.
Dude, did you just hear he passed the like Bobby Orr's 250 points? He was faster to 250 points than Bobby Orr. Yeah. He did it like 6 games faster. That's incredible. Dude, I mean, already the kid was going to the Hall of Fame. He's going to win the Norris this year, too, if he's healthy. Easy.
Absolutely. Like, I can't believe the number I got for him.
Arizona scored first. All right. Thank you, Andrew. I appreciate the update on the Jets.
Arizona.
I told you don't. I would have bet the plus on Arizona. Did you take my advice?
I did.
Yeah.
You did?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. I'm telling you, they played well. What did he say? 3-1 who? Who's 3-1?
3-1 Jets.
Oh, 3-1 Jets. Thank you.
Oh, the Kraken
are on St. Louis is going to be another team.
Oh, I need Detroit to hang on too, man.
Yeah, I need Detroit to hang on too. At least the power play is over. The net's empty and the power play is over. Are they going to keep the net empty? Come on, Detroit.
Did St. Louis just score? Mike McKenna's tweeting about a Kyrou goal.
McCushin and only one of them got points.
Oh, 4-3 Kraken. Oh, Kraken are really making a comeback. Oh, no. That was 3-3. My bad. 2 minutes left. That game's got to be getting wild. Maple Leafs win. Bruins still up 1-0. There's a lot of time left in the third, though. Blue Jackets. Oh, that game's almost over. 2-1 Jackets. 5 minutes left. 3-1
What
Jets.
about Ryan Johansson with 2 goals tonight?
Dude, I just think that Colorado move was going to be really good for him. This is his shot. He wasn't he on. He was on Nashville when they went to the Cup final against Pittsburgh, right?
Or Pittsburgh.
So he was there a while. No, when the Nashville Predators played Pittsburgh Penguins like 2016 in the finals or whatever.
Yeah.
So he was there a while. Oilers 3-2. Wait, that third period has what? They have a bomb threat or something in there? That's taking forever. 3-2. No, but I'm saying like I'm not getting updates. Maybe let me check the scores.
Oh, for the Flames Rangers, I have Shesterkin over 28.5 saves.
Well, where are you sitting there now? Because it's 1-0, and that's a good bet, Perlo, because. You know what the Flames do if they don't do anything else well? They get a lot of shots on goal. They get a shitload of shots. So right now, Perlo, I have it as 9 shots apiece. So I have 9 shots apiece right now but they just started the second period.
Yeah, so, it's not looking good right now. It looks like they're
no, Perlo, you're okay. You're okay because you figured they got 9 shots in the first.
Oh,
they get 9 shots in the second. Boston. What?
2-0 Boston, yeah.
Shit.
I just got the under in that game, so I'm good with that one. So.
Oh, 2-0 Boston.
Boston's playing like impeccable defense against everybody.
Fucking, they won the fucking President's Trophy last year. Now they're gonna go 6-0. Like,
fuck. Yeah.
Like, what the?
And they still won't be the best team in the NHL. They'll still be behind Vegas.
Yeah. I agree.
Yeah, but
that Poitras kid from Toronto that's like 19,
but then they'll trade for Crosby at the deadline.
He just scored again, that Poitras kid.
Yeah, he's good, man. That's why I'm laughing at Perlo. I don't think he's watched a second of the Bruins this year.
I have too. You're not going to give up a chance to have Crosby at the deadline if you can get him. Okay. It's at least going to be on the phone.
Mean, Perlo. Come on. Perlo, I don't want to air your business out to the chat, but you're sober, man, correct? You don't.
Yes, I am.
You're sober.
Yeah, but I don't think the deadline is when it'll happen. It would happen.
No, I'm just saying it's pretty amazing that a guy who doesn't drink has that fucking take about Crosby, man. There's no way he's getting traded, bro. I'm just telling you. The guy wants to win, but I'll tell you what, he also is fiercely loyal from what I understand.
No, he's not.
So
his loyalty does not
18 years for this. He could have left Pittsburgh, a long time ago if he wanted.
He's very loyal, but it doesn't surpass his competitiveness. He's very loyal.
The point Perlo's trying to make is that Pittsburgh was supposed to contend this year with getting Carlson, getting Gensel healthy and stuff. Pittsburgh was in line to maybe make a run, slip into the playoffs and do something. But if by the deadline it all goes sour and it goes rotten, that's what his point is. Not Crosby wanting to leave right now.
I don't think it'll be at the deadline,
at the end of the tunnel.
I don't think it'll be at the deadline, but in the offseason, they're going to look around and go, we're not competitive and we're not going to be. I can't see him playing for a non-competitive team. And you don't hire Dubas if you don't plan on rebuilding. The reason why they hired Dubas is they know they're going to have to rebuild. That's why they hired him.
Well, we all knew they had to rebuild.
So Crosby's not going to stick around for a rebuild, dude. There's no way. No way.
Trent Frederick just made a 3-0 Boston.
Oh. Okay, let's settle down now. Got to keep this under 6.
He's a guy I'd want on my team.
Frederick?
Yeah, he's a little nasty son of a bitch that just mixes it up and So I think Andrew has given us Andrew. I don't even know who any of like I said, I haven't really watched a baseball game in I don't know, since my wife's Cubs were in the World Series or something. I made her watch. She couldn't watch. I was like, you got to watch if they win. And then the guy hit the home run to tie it, but they ended up winning it in extras and they won the World Series. But so I don't know who. I know who Bryce Harper is. I know who Shohei Ohtani is. I know who Mike Trout is. I know who some of the Dodgers guys are.
I got a Matthew Poitras goal prop plus 350, dude. I got him to score a goal.
Nice. How much did you put down on that?
Sweet. $5.
Did you put 100 on that?
No. I sprinkle like 30 bets a night and like $5 each type thing.
Okay, so but 30 bets. If you do 30 bets at $5 each, that's you're probably gambling $100 a night.
We're playing fun money here.
It's fun money, and I'm making I'm almost even for the night, and I still got a bunch of bets on the board.
Oh yeah, dude, I would be gambling my ass off if I could do this stuff like you guys. I could just do those fantasy bets. I did win $80 the other. Remember, I told you guys my bet I just needed the Terry McLaurin over. I had the 2 unders in hockey, and I'll tell you it again.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, they keep showing them. I'm like, I thought they were showing all these live games. What's happening?
My bankroll doesn't go up too much and it doesn't go down too much. I do it more for fun.
No, yeah. I'm with you on that.
I don't do it for a living. I don't know if anybody can make a real living just gambling only without working, unless you're
I think you can. But you just have to be you literally have to devote all your time to it.
I have 2 clients that follow me that started 7 years ago. They're retired and only bet my bets. That's what they do for a living, is they bet my picks.
All your bets you hand out, if you bet every single bet you put out, you can actually end up on the winning side and be able to make a living from it.
Always. Oh yeah, absolutely. I was up 300 units last year in hockey alone.
Off the screen. Okay. So I had 3 picks. I think I bet $5.
What's a unit? $100?
No, I had 3 picks that.
Sorry, go ahead.
Oh, remember I told you guys I had 3 picks. I think I bet $10. I won $80. Mm. I had John Carlson lower than 2 block shots, Jack Hughes and Clayton Keller. I had Jack Hughes having more assists than Clayton Keller. Jack had 3, Clayton had 2, And then I had to get on Sunday Terry McLaurin over 53.5 yards. I got that, and I won $80. So
nice.
Yeah.
So to answer your question, Rico,
how do you measure?
They started out at $10 a pick, or $10 a unit. Then when they reached a certain point, they moved up to $50 a unit. Then they moved up to $100 a unit. Now they're betting $1,000 a unit.
Okay, so I guess it's all on your own kind of bankroll. Like you just got to calculate what a unit means to you as a bettor. Like,
yeah, as a bankroll. Yeah, that's right.
Oh, the Wings type.
They made $300,000 last year.
The Wings and Kraken are in overtime, boys.
So are you doing that too then, Perlo?
Yeah, 4-4.
No, the Wings and Kraken.
Are in overtime.
Oh,
no way.
That's not good. Oh, dude. That sucks. All right, at least I got the over in that game. And was it 4-4?
Yeah.
I haven't been paying attention to that. I thought it was over.
I thought it was too.
Anaheim and Columbus are tied up at 2-2 as well.
Yeah, I like the draw on that, but I didn't bet it.
Well, it's going to happen because there's only like 38 seconds left unless Columbus scores here.
On that, but I didn't. Oh well, happens. Where the heck is that game? Kraken Detroit.
It's on Root Sports. Oh man, Detroit just missed an empty net. It's going back the other way.
Okay, well I'm still plus on this game because I had the over and I had.
That's a penalty,
dude. The Kings are up.
Are you kidding me? Okay, so the Detroit guy grabbed Matty Beniers' shoulder pads and went to pull him down. He lost his stick. All he did but take him down. How that was not a penalty, I will not know. But you know what? We'll spend fucking 20 minutes reviewing an offsides to make sure it's not a fucking goal. But we're not going to call a blatant fucking ozone. I mean, that was just ridiculous.
Good thing I didn't bet that Kings under. It's like 2-1 halfway.
Where are we at with that game?
Yeah.
It's 2-1 halfway through the first for LA.
I would have bet the over.
LA's up 2-1 now, huh? Yeah, but you never know, man. Sometimes that okay.
LA's an over team.
Vegas game hasn't even started.
LA's an over team all year.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. But I didn't play it because you know why I didn't play it?
Who's a Wings fan?
You know why I didn't play that game except for a little bit on Coyotes? Because I'm up so much now. Just like, calm down. You're already doing well. Just leave it at that.
Okay, there's another one they should have called.
Yeah, they put the whistle away here. They put the whistle.
Dude, I don't get it. Like Seattle should have gotten at least 2 power plays in this overtime. Like it doesn't
need the post, yo. And here we go. Are they going to put it away with 14 seconds left?
Oh, Rangers just tied it up.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Well, that's good to know. Oh,
Seattle
man.
With 0.4 seconds left.
Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
They scored?
No, I'm not kidding you.
Fucking crap.
That's okay. I wanted the team.
Oh, what a goal! What a goal by Jordan Eberle! What a pass from McCanny. Oh, my God. Seattle wins in an OT, 5-4. Did you have Detroit?
I had Detroit, but that was my small bet. I had Detroit team total over, and I had the over in the game for much more money. So I didn't care about.
Oh, so guess who got the goal to tie it up for the Rangers? Alexis Lafreniere.
Wow,
he's actually looked good this year. I've been actually surprised.
Third of the year, man.
But he's got to get out of New York.
Oh, the
they never should have drafted that guy. Not because he's bad, but because they had no room for him.
There's one guy that needed to get going right now that just tied it up. His second goal of the night is Ryan Hartman. That guy needs to get going in Minnesota.
Yeah. So it's
that's
now?
That's 3-3 now?
Yeah. So the draw is live. I have the draw.
Dude, I'll tell you what, man. I think a lot of people, Edmonton, no one's taking them for granted this year. They're all going in with a game plan like they are the Stanley Cup champions that everybody thinks they would be this year. And I'll tell you right now, I don't know that they're ready for it. They don't look ready. Bouchard looks like he's regressed in his play. Oh, Chicago, did we get a goal here from? No, this is Boston. Sorry. Boston got the third goal. Yeah, that's the third goal. They're showing that. Okay.
LA 3-1 now, Kings. 3-1 Kings.
Oh, dude, now I feel bad. I didn't
I put nothing on it. I put a half a unit on it. That's it. So don't matter. I don't care.
Well, you took Arizona though?
Yeah, I took half a unit. What the hell?
I took +1.5 Arizona. I was gonna take a Trevor Moore goal prop too. Fuck, and he just scored the goal.
I like the over though more than anything in that game. So that's going, but I didn't bet it because I was already up. So sometimes when I'm up a lot, I'll just kind of like, just leave it at that. So
yeah, if you had a good day, it's probably hard. It's probably harder to. Okay, so it's 4-2 Diamondbacks. Top of the ninth, 1 out. So Philly has 3 more outs to get it. They just got to have the best at-bats in their life, I guess. Did you guys see Buccigross's appearance on Pat McAfee's show today where they interviewed him about the frozen frenzy?
No.
So Buccigross is, I don't know, probably in his late 50s. He's got like college son that's out of school. So he's been with ESPN for as long as I can remember. And he's yoked. He works out. He looks really good. But he's a Boston guy, right? So he's got all these tats and stuff, but you don't see because he's wearing this. And so he goes on McAfee with a white T-shirt and the Southie cap, the derby or whatever on his head. And he's got like a donut and a Dunkin' Donuts in his hand. It's just so great. He's talking just like a staple. So we're talking about Buccigross on the Pat McAfee show today, Andrew, and talking about this frozen frenzy, which if you have ESPN Plus or Hulu with ESPN Plus, they're showing all 16 games in a red zone style thing, and it's been great, man. I mean, they've shown way too many of the Leafs Capitals highlights, by the way. I've seen that ass beating all night. Come on. Okay, here we go. I must be clicking on it or something and resetting it. I think I keep resetting it to the back. That's kind of screwed our whole entire broadcast up tonight, guys. I apologize because I would have had a lot real-time updates. So, but I haven't had them. I'm gonna take a break real quick, Perlo. You got the floor.
Okay. I'm on by myself here. Rico took off too.
What's that thing that you put down in the fridge downstairs and brought it up here? What is that? No. No. Where'd Beard go?
Yeah, he took off for a bit. So, anyways, so far this year, which teams are you have that like you're still not sure what they're all about yet?
Who in the NHL?
Yeah.
I don't know. Like teams that I'm disappointed in, or teams I'm happy with.
Teams that you're not quite sure which direction they like. You know,
Minnesota Wild, man.
Yeah, that's a good one.
That's a team where I'm not sure. Like Dean Evison, like man, he'd be on the hot seat if they don't get their shit together in Minnesota right now.
I don't think so. I think Bill Guerin likes Everson, and I think he's doing a heck of a job there. I don't think he's going anywhere, but we'll see. Sorry I had to take a break, guys.
It's all right. I think it's possible. St. Louis brings it up to 3-2.
Holy shnikes.
3 minutes left. So we got to have a sweat. Got to have a sweat because I got the Jets.
Oh, the Jets were like a favorite pick, especially with the coach's wife having a seizure, being away from.
Oh man, that's such horrible news too, man. Shout out to Bones, Rick Bones. His wife had a stroke or something, and he's taking an indefinite leave of absence. Dave Lowry's taking over. Heart goes out to all the Winnipeg Jet fans. That was awful news. I forgot to bring that up at the start of the stream. Thanks for bringing that up, Rico. Tough news, man. And that was, I mean, that and well, the Blues have an empty net with 3 minutes left. So, and I agree with you about Ryan Hartman. They need him to score.
The Blues are pulling their goaltender now. They already scored.
Who?
I don't think they're pulling him now, are they?
I'm just reading the score, and it tells me if there's empty net. Now it's changed back.
Yeah, it's 3-2.
So 3-2 Blues with 3. It's 3-2 Jets with 3:23 left in the third.
They got to sweat it. That's what I'm saying. Got to sweat it.
13 minutes left in the third. In Minnesota, it's all tied up 3-3. The Canucks are up 3-2 with 16 to go. Rangers tied it up midway. That game's not even halfway over. 8 minutes left in the second. Rangers 1-1. Kings look good. 4 goals. McBain started off, then Kopitar, Lewis, and Trevor Moore. Yeah. And now the Flyers and the Golden Knights don't drop for another 49 minutes.
Yeah.
49 minutes. Travis Konechny has 5 goals for the Flyers. The leader for the Golden Knights, and I think just about every one of their players has a goal, is Jack Eichel with 3. Shea Theodore has 5 assists. Scott Lawton has 4 wins already for Aiden Hill and 3 for Carter Hart.
They're dropping the puck in Vegas, aren't they?
Yeah, in 50 minutes. In 50 minutes, they're dropping the puck.
No.
Yeah. But they're mountain time. So that's like 8 o'clock there. That's not terrible. But it's just a little bit later than normal for a normal game because they staggered all these times for ESPN.
That's the reason why they don't stagger the times, because all of these teams like out there, they don't like it.
An 8 o'clock puck drop for a city like Vegas is actually better than
you're only going to get the locals watching.
They're dropping that off 11 my time, aren't they?
Yeah, that's 11 Eastern. No, I agree with you, Perlo. You want to try to have a 7 o'clock puck drop in the East on the West Coast, so it's at least like 10 o'clock East Coast.
I'm probably not even watching that game.
Look, here's the difference, dude. If you live on the East Coast, you stay up late. If you live on the West Coast, you can go to bed early. That's basically what it is.
Jets get an empty netter, by the way.
Oh, did they?
Yeah.
Rangers are on the power play.
Minnesota's up 4-3 on Edmonton now.
Yeah, let's go!
Beard's an Edmonton hater, eh?
Oh, God, I am. It's just because they tanked for like 15 years and they kept getting first-round picks. And then they trade them. Or they
Zuccarello, another point for Hartman.
Zuccarello is awesome. So my wife and I were at the Rangers game where they played the Penguins last game of the season, Stevie McDonald game, and they gave him the award. And Stevie McDonald was an NYPD guy that was paralyzed. He was a diehard Rangers fan. They still give out the award for like best Ranger, and Zuccarello won it. And that place was so awesome. I was hammered drunk. There was all these chicks with Crosby jerseys. I was like, he's into dudes, right? So I kept saying that to all these You know, I was just kidding. They just look at me like, yeah, the Snugs is in with the thing. Oh, did you hear the rumor about the NHL draft being at the Vegas Sphere? They're trying to have it at the Vegas Sphere.
Where there's no teams there. It's just
no players. Teams there, yeah. Yeah, they just do it online.
I think they have to vote on. So here's the thing. They left that up to the teams. The teams voted on it. So we'll find out. You read online that I don't think we know the results of that vote yet. We will. Friedman will crack the case. You know? Yeah, okay. So Golden Knights are about to drop the puck here. Maybe I was off and they're just a little bit late on it. Because this makes sense. It's 7:15 my time.
Yeah, no. It's 11 Eastern. Yeah, it's 11 Eastern.
So it's 11:15 your time right now.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, they should be dropping the puck anytime now.
Yeah, because you're 4 hours behind me. See, that's the other thing. Like I said, West Coast, man. Last night I was in bed at like 10. I got up at 3 a.m., which is like 7 your time.
Yeah.
Bob Wischusen and Ryan Callahan are calling the game for ESPN. It's the third part of their triple header. If you're just joining us, we're going over the Frozen Friendly. I'm trying to keep track with all these scores. I think Edmonton is now losing. I don't want to say I'm an Edmonton hater, but I just I felt like everybody's like crowning them. And I'm like, yeah, I don't know. I felt like it was like, well, the Caps went through it. I mean, yeah, the Caps went through it for 10 years, though. Like, they went through it for 10 years. So, like, it's just like the Leafs. Like, you got to lose. You got to learn how to lose before you remember how to win. I don't know. Oh, Andrew, we'll see you, buddy. Thank you so much. Bottom of the ninth, 1 out. I don't know what's going on. It's so great that they had this tonight with all this other NBA opens up. We have a Game 7 NCL. I could care less about all those other sports. And we got some good people in. I appreciate Andrew. Thanks so much for coming in tonight, man. Yep, Rangers up 2-1. That's a game I expected the Rangers to win wholeheartely.
So did I. I didn't bet it, but I thought the Rangers would win that game.
I don't think Calgary's any good, man. I hate to say it. I just
Calgary's coming off a road trip too, aren't they? First game back home type thing.
Well, we played Calgary in Calgary and beat them. And that's the only win we have, and it was a overtime shootout win.
But it's okay. It's the first game back off of a road trip, but it's early in the season, and it was a losing road trip.
Dude, I heard there's like people in Calgary on Calgary radio looking for Huberdeau and Kadri's head right now with the money they're making. Like, people are losing their shit in Calgary right now.
When they made the trade, they said Huberdeau's garbage, and he is garbage. Huberdeau is absolute garbage.
You know what Huberdeau has that's better than all of us? An agent. And a good one. He has Alan Walsh. Alan got him a sweet deal. And I'm just going to give him love for getting that nice contract that he'll never live up to.
Yeah, but good for him, 90 points a season in Florida, but he was able to
10-2, bro.
He was able to cherry pick all
10-2.
Unbelievable.
He's like the 5th highest paid player in the NHL or something.
Him and Kadri are overpaid, man. Talk about Tavares in Toronto. Tavares has 10 points in 6 games. That contract is not looking so bad right now.
No, good. He looks good this year, man. That goal he scored tonight, that I just never blamed. That was such a great tip goal. Yeah, he looks good, dude. He's noticeable. So, yeah, we're underway. God, this is going to be a great game. I think this is going to be a 2-1 game. Look at Tortorella. He looks so irritated already. Like, oh, son of a bitch.
Well, the boys are probably gambling last night, eh?
Oh, I don't know if Torch is letting his guys out of them. They probably didn't. You know what I'm hearing? The Vegas flu, right? A lot of teams got wise to that after they went to the Cup final their first year. They're like, oh, we're not doing this. So they don't stay in Vegas proper. They'll stay in like Henderson or something.
You know what they were saying
about the whole state. You can't get into debauchery anywhere. I just always laugh. Like, that's the dumbest shit in the world. I mean, like, New York has got to be a tough city for guys to go in. Washington, D.C.'s got to be a tough. And, I mean, it's like Minnesota's a great town. Like, what city? Toronto? You think Toronto?
Edmonton. Edmonton stays outside of Minnesota. I heard that today, that Edmonton doesn't stay downtown Minnesota. They stay in like Bloomingdale or something for some odd reason.
Why?
I don't know. They stay somewhere near the airport when they go to Minnesota.
No kidding.
Yeah. Oh, it's 5-3 Wild now, boys. Edmonton's going down.
Oh my God, dude! I can't wait to listen to Daily Face-Off tomorrow.
That would have been
Tyler Yaremchuk's fucking excuse for the Oilers this fucking day, dude. I'm just saying, like, that's the other thing. They're the most covered team in the NHL now, besides Toronto. And I hear so much about them, I just get tired of it. And I get it; they got McDavid or whatever. But I'll tell you what, dude. I thought he worked too hard this offseason. I think there's something to be said for chilling out, and I heard he was like a madman, and now he's already banged up.
Who?
McDavid. He's out for 2 weeks.
Yeah.
So
I'm an Oilers fan, and I'm probably like, they call me the worst fan here in Edmonton, because for 10 years I've been talking nothing but trash about this organization.
Oh, I thought
and
you were
that's not because I'm an Oilers fan. It's because they have been nothing but trash. They're playing a man-on-man system with players that have no capability of doing so and have been doing it for 10 years. And they get players that can't play man-on-man. It's totally poorly managed. It's a terrible organization. Sorry, it is. You get McDavid, that's all you got. You let Draisaitl fly the zone all day, every day.
Well, this is the last year of his deal, is it not? At 8 point something, yeah.
Draisaitl, yeah.
Yeah, I think so, right?
I told you
this or next year.
I would trade his ass. I would trade him. People say he's the second best player in the league. Are you freaking kidding me? Not a chance. Draisaitl is not the second. Matthews
who is the second best player?
Matthews is way better than Draisaitl.
Oh, that's fair. That's fair. Matthews looks so good.
Who would you rather have, Kucherov or Draisaitl?
Kucherov.
Oh, Draisaitl. Nah,
no, I'd rather in one season, because he's younger, maybe Draisaitl, but for one season, Kucherov for sure.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I'd say right now I'd take Draisaitl, but like in their primes, ooh, that's a tough one, honestly.
Oh, in their primes.
But Draisaitl may not have hit his prime either. He's still probably got a lot to give.
He's an amazing offensive player, but he's selfish as shit.
Well, boys, the Philadelphia Phillies are down to their last out. 2 outs, nobody on base.
No.
Arizona Diamondbacks.
I got a final. I got a final.
Yeah, okay. I'm watching it on.
Yeah, I got a Diamondbacks win 4-2.
Wow, dude, Diamondbacks, Texas.
Everybody was shitting on the Dodgers. They lost.
Dude, imagine what these teams were paying to win the World Series if you threw money on either one of them.
Dude, if you put money on the Diamondbacks if you put like $1,000 on the Diamondbacks to win the World Series, you can
at the beginning of the year, you'd probably have 500.
What were the odds? Let me look. This is a hockey podcast. Sorry, guys, we just have to talk about this.
You got to talk about it, though. I mean, it's you can't.
Diamondbacks at the beginning of the year,
really, like.
Or Texas. I mean, Texas probably a little better odds, but Diamondbacks at the
Texas I think was actually kind of considered the favorite to win that division. And look, dude, how about Bruce Bochy? Which God love that guy. I did not hate to say. I'm not a Dodgers fan. They hate the Giants. I actually like the Giants. They're really good. Bruce Bochy won 3 World Series with the Giants. He's never lost a Game 7. He's about to win his 4th World Series with the Texas's Rangers first.
And you know what the thing about Bochy is? All Texas had to do is give Bochy a call and say, "Hey, do you want to manage again?" And he said, "Yeah, sure, let's do it." Anybody could have picked up the phone and got him as a manager, dude.
Okay. I have a question for the two of you when we get off air. so don't let me forget. It was plus 12,500 if you put money on the Diamondbacks to win the World Series. So if you bet $1,000, you'd win $1.2 million, right?
Holy shit.
Am I right? Am I off base on that? I think I'm right?
No, I think you're
right.
The
odds were plus 12.5. Yeah, so 1,000 times 12.5, right? Oh, that's 12,500,000. Is that right? Did I do the math right? Perlo, if you put $1,000 on the Diamondbacks to win at plus,
so what? It was plus what?
Plus 12,500.
Oh yeah.
So that's to the dollar.
So if you put
to the dollar.
So if you bet $1 you bet, you win 12,500. So if you bet 1,000, you'd win 12.5 million. Did Edmonton just tie it up?
Well, I hope they did, because they got the draw. No, they didn't.
Oh, it's 5-4. It's 5-4.
5-4. Okay.
5-4 was 7 minutes ago. Evander Kane scored. But let's talk about Evander Kane real quick. I did not have a single problem with what he said. He was like, "Well, I wasn't playing much, so I just figured I'd punch some people in the face."
He sparked the team. The guy said it on Spit and Chicklets too.
What?
The guys on Spit and Chicklets said the same thing because
I had no issue with it at all.
No,
I was just like,
he just said, "Listen, I'm not getting ice time, so if I'm going to go out there, I'll get in a fight and try to spark the team. I'm not getting on the ice." So
I have no problems with what he said at all. I don't think
everybody's like, "Oh, he's undercutting the coach." I'm like, no, he's not. No, he's not. He's just stating the obvious.
Yeah. I have no problems with what he said. I have huge problems with how he plays. It's terrible. But
breaking news, the Arizona Diamondbacks are going to the World Series. Sorry, Phillies. I feel really bad for the Phillies fans because they made the World Series last year.
You got to feel bad for the Philly fans.
And they lost. Oh, Rangers are up 3-1. Ooh, dude. I'm telling you. Hey, so here's what I would do. On the Caps, I'll sauce one of our young prospects. You take Kuznetsov, Manta, and we'll take Lindholm and Hannafin, which you're going to lose in free agency anyway, and like a couple picks. Calgary, you take it. We'll have Lindholm on that top line with Ovechkin and Ryan or Dylan Strome. I think it's an excellent plan.
I don't think anybody wants Kuznetsov, though. He's like a broken down Alexei Kovalev, man. The guy had
he's been good, man. He hasn't been that terrible this year. He had a really good assist the game against Montreal.
Such a high upside. It's just fucked why he isn't.
Yeah, he just needs a move, man. He gets a change of venue. He's going to do really well. I think he would actually do well with like a winger like Huberdeau on his line too. So he can put the puck in the net. He's also a pretty gifted passer. He's looked fine. He's definitely not been one of the bigger problems. I've honestly, like tonight they started a younger, youthful front, but it was just not. I mean, it's just clearly evident that they couldn't keep up with Toronto's pace.
Barbashev scores the first goal of Vegas, 1-0.
Dude, what in the hell, man? They are a wagon. Still 3-1 in that Kings game, huh? Rangers now 3-1. I heard the wife cheery, so I was like, oh, what happened there? There's on a stupid commercial break. I thought the whole point of this was no commercials. Fuck your commercials. So Hedl. Oh, man, if he gets going. Hedl. Didn't you pick Hedl up on your fantasy team there?
Yeah, I did, yeah. He loves playing against Calgary. There were so many picks that I did today, and I could have did way more. Like I liked the Rangers, and I didn't bet the Rangers.
I'm honestly not picking up anybody and dropping anybody else on my team. I could just honestly, I'll just put guys in the lineup, and that's it. I don't want to start dropping and picking guys up and having to focus on that every week. I got other shit to do. I don't know, man. I don't know. I like my team, so
I don't like my team at all.
Hey, I think Perlo's talking about gambling and you're talking about fantasy.
No. I'm talking about. Oh yeah, no, you were talking about fantasy. Yeah, I've been picking guys up and stuff, but I know what you mean. Like, I don't like my team at all. No, not at all.
I don't like your team either.
It's pretty bad.
I think D'Angelo in Carolina was probably a bad pick for me as a defenseman.
No, he had a goal today. Oh no, they got shut out, but he had a goal the other game, didn't he?
Did he? Yeah.
Yeah, they had a high scoring one the other day here. Let me look. Let me look. I cannot believe that the odds on the Arizona Diamondbacks were 12,500 plus 12,500 or 12,500 to 1 if you want to go with plus 1,200. Unreal, dude.
If you bet $1, you would have won 1,200, right? Not 12,000.
No, if you bet $1, you'd bet 12. You would have won 12,000. It was plus 12,500, not plus 1250. Plus 12,500.
Why wouldn't you just bet $1 on every team in the league every year?
No, I mean, look, the Astros were up there. The Dodgers were up there. Like the Dodgers.
The Braves.
The Braves were up there. I think the top teams were still like plus 400. So that means if you bet $1 on the Dodgers to win and they won, you'd win $400. That's still a nice return. But 12, I bet you there's some savvy guys that laid bets on them. God, just to go back in time once, I bet like my month's page, $3,000. That's 36 million, bro.
Dude, it sounds like Back to the Future Part 2 when you had DeGray's Sports Almanac. Yeah. Remember when Biff had the almanac? Like, that was my dream as I was a kid watching that movie, man. If I could go back in time and have the Sports Almanac. And
I just do it like discreetly where you low-key get wealthy. But you live like comfortably. It's like you live in a normal house, but like you got like 3 underground bunkers or whatever. Like nobody knows how badass you've got it.
Well, look at Perlo's house, man. He looks like a fucking billionaire. He's got the floor-to-roof fireplace and everything. Like, this guy's living in a palace.
It's his girlfriend's house.
Not bad. Captain's been good to me.
So 6-4 Wild.
6-4 Wild was the final?
No, there's 4 minutes left to go in the 10th. Ryan Hartman just got a hat trick, I believe.
Hartman.
I'm not going to
Hartman with a hat trick. Yep. Nice.
Hey, he's on my fantasy team. Look at that.
It doesn't look like I'm getting Shesterkin over saves here. It could be.
Dude, I think you're going to get there. What's the shots? So? I've got 16 shots from the Flames already. You need 20.
How much time is left?
Dude, you got a whole
We're at the end of the second
period, don't you? You have the whole third
they'd have
period.
To get 12. Yeah, they could get 12 shots in the third since they're down 3-1. That could happen.
Yeah. Pucks on net, boys. Pucks on net. Pucks in deep.
Oh, they got dinner. PK brought him dinner. Chicken parm.
Oh, my beeper's going on too.
Winner, chicken parm dinner, baby. Sean Buccigross is to ESPN hockey as the Eddie Vedder is to Pearl Jam. That's how great that guy is. I will tweet that out, Bucci. I love that guy. Him and Barry Melrose and Steve Levy kept the hockey dream alive at ESPN. Sorry, I got on that little diatribe. So anyway, now that being said, Steph. I think my wife declined a thing I was paid for. Okay. Let's see what's new. I think there's a fire alarm going on.
Yeah, is that beep in my house or anybody else?
No, let me phone.
That's mine.
Is it?
It's you?
Yeah. My alarm's going off there.
Oh. Shit, I thought it was my house. I was just about to.
I thought it was mine too.
I was like, it sure sounded like it was my house. Here, let me take Perlo off. All right. You didn't hear the beep?
No, I did. I didn't find it.
Oh yeah. Okay, you're fine. We'll figure it out. It was Apple Care for my laptop. No, it was Apple Care for my laptop. Holy shit. You know I'm live on right now.
Oh my God. I was just going to bet the over 10.5 and the Wild just scored to make it 11 goals. Shit. Because I knew Edmonton would pull their goalie early. So
is it 7-4 now?
Yeah.
Really?
Shit balls.
I'm a little disappointed in the frozen frenzy at the end here. Too many commercial breaks. They're supposed to be on the games. Like on the games, 3-minute breaks. That's it. In between,
I got the ESPN on, and it says Frozen Frenzy up at the top of the screen, and it's Vegas Philly with no commercials. It's just they're showing.
Oh yeah, there is a Frozen Frenzy one too. They've just been switching back. Honestly, yeah, there's a Frozen Frenzy one where it's just Buccigross and Weeks, and they keep showing all the stuff. So.
Oh, wonder which one that is. ESPN.
You have to click that one.
Is it the is it the ESPN 2?
Yeah, it might be on ESPN 2, yeah.
Okay. Now it's a commercial?
Excuse me. Yeah, I'm watching the feed on ESPN Plus, but let me see if it's on ESPN 2. Yeah, okay. I'm going to switch to that.
And Oilers take a penalty to end the game too. It's like, geez, they're in a whole world of hurt, that team.
Dude, I'm telling you, nobody saw this coming. Everybody was picking them to be in the Cup final and win the Stanley Cup. And I just tell you, this is indicative of people that putting too much pressure on these players.
Oilers,
What? Yes, the fucking Oilers.
Yeah, I heard those guys don't know who's everybody. These fucking media guys.
You know for a fact that in the national media, the Edmonton Oilers, outside of your fucking brain, everybody was picking them to go to the final.
Nothing.
But you know that players felt that pressure too. Just because you don't think it's real doesn't mean they didn't feel the real pressure of it.
I don't care.
And it's showing, man. They're not ready.
The team is bad, period. Feel the pressure. It's a bad team. It's a bad team.
Hey, I'll take
if you've got Evander Kane on your top 6, you're a bad team.
Well, he was tearing it up when he first got there. Hold on. Oh.
Andrew, I thought the Rangers
did Ducks in the win. Yeah, did Ducks finish that game off? That game started so late. Oh, yeah, 3-2 Ducks won in overtime.
Ducks came back and won that?
Yeah, I think we're only down 2-1. It was a low game. That Ducks team, man, that Cronin's got so. I think Hockey's in his field tonight. Remember when baseball experts defended the Blue Jays trading Gurriel and Moreno for Varsho?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly.
And then he also tweeted, he tweeted something out earlier, just a little second ago that was related. He goes, he retweeted my tweet. Thank you, buddy.
Oh yeah, now I got the switch on ESPN too. It's switching to different games.
I honestly don't even think those guys are saying what they think. It's McDavid. They got to sell McDavid, so they just tell them to do. I swear to God, like those guys got to be smarter than that. Those guys, same as listen to Anthony Stewart. He played the game. Listen to some of the stuff he says. Are you freaking kidding me? Unbelievable. It's crazy. I swear to God, they must be told by the network to do what they do because they just.
How about Texas celebrating on Houston's field and now Arizona celebrating on Philly's field?
What now?
Just Arizona celebrating on Philly's field, and then Texas last night celebrating on Houston's field. The road team.
Yeah, road teams, man, and a real compelling World Series with the D-backs who haven't won since 2001, and Texas who's never won. In fact, probably lost the most heartbreaking World Series ever. They have
dude, it's crazy. 2011, they had 2 shots at it with 2 strikes on the team, twice.
Yeah, so brutal, man.
Philly tied it up. Philly
so
tied it up.
Hey, so Rico, you want to hear my theory on that series?
Mm-hmm.
So the St. Louis Cardinals are notorious cheaters, and Jeff Lunau and a lot of the scouts from Houston that implemented a lot of the plans came from St. Louis. So I believe St. Louis was stealing signs and doing sign stealing stuff for a long time. And then the MLB cracked down, with Houston getting in trouble for using it. But I believe a lot of that came from the St. Louis organization. They'll never say it, but
no, it was the Cardinal way.
Spicy for actions. Thanks for being in here, man. Just said Vegas just got Philly just tied it up against Vegas.
Philly just tied it up, yeah.
Yep, Noah Cates, man. What if he gets going? So. Yeah, Arizona on the power play. I kind of feel like that's early in that game. I still think you're going to hit that. Oh, you said 24.5 was your over for the shots on Shesterkin?
I think it was like
28 and a half.
Oh, 28.5. I thought you said like 24.5.
No, 28.
Oh, my God. Vancouver just hit the post with an empty net.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, 3-2? That game's over, isn't it? I got 3-2 final.
Yeah.
Are you just seeing the high, or are you watching the Frozen Frenzy now?
I'm watching the Frozen Frenzy, but it's on my Android box, so I think it's a little bit behind.
Oh, okay. Yeah, they're just showing the Pittsburgh-Dallas highlights right now. Nedeljkovic looked pretty good early. I actually like that. Dubas always doing them sneaky signings where you're like, wow, if this guy pans out.
I forgot to do Forsberg shots.
I see a lot of Penguins fans in the Bleacher Report chat saying fire Sullivan. I'm like, you guys are fucking so spoiled. Like, you just want to fire. Like, it's definitely not the coach, man. That's a good coach, dude.
Yeah,
that's a really good coach. And I'll tell you what, I'll tell you what, if Edmonton continues on their losing ways, and somehow Pittsburgh doesn't get out of this funk, which, boy, that would make me happy too. What if Pittsburgh fired Sullivan? Because, Dubas is new, and you said maybe they try to break some of that parts up or whatever. But let's say that Woodcroft gets let go before then. I bet you Edmonton scoops Sullivan up like that.
I should hope so.
Yeah.
But if they bring in Sullivan, they better just shut up and let him do what he's going to do. Like,
is that another thing too, Perlo? I worry about that a little bit. There's so many voices in that Edmonton organization. It always feels like that. Every time I hear another name, the guy works for the Oilers. I'm like, what? Like,
there's
you just
so
feel
many
like
voices, but they all say the same thing. They still want to play like it's 1985.
Hey, so Spicy 4K Action has a question, and I actually talked about this earlier tonight, Spicy, and I like what they're doing. He goes, what is the Ducks not playing Carlson? It makes no effing sense. He's the best Duck on the ice last few games. So here's the deal. They've done a lot of analytical studies with players that have. So last year he played 85 games but he only played like a 40-game regular season. So they're probably going to cut about a third of the games out for him because he's a rookie. They talk about this rookie wall. It's actually it's a little bit like the NBA's load management. Except for in this case, you got a guy where they feel like he's not fully developed. He's only 18 years old. So I actually like it because not every 18-year-old's ready to play in the NHL. And so it's just kind of it's Pat Verbeek. It's part of this new analytics stuff too, a little bit with these younger guys and not overplaying them. Every once in a while you get a McDavid McDavid got injured his rookie year, did he not? Kind of bad. But Matthews was really good his rookie year. Ovechkin was incredible his rookie year at over 50 goals. Crosby was incredible. But those guys are one-offs, So No, I did not hear that on 32 Thoughts, Salty. I think I heard it on Chicklets, maybe. Yeah, I heard it on Chicklets, and they were a fan of it. So, no, oh no, you know what? I heard it on Daily Faceoff with Frank Saravelli. Apologize. Credit to Daily Faceoff with Frank Saravelli. I heard it from Frank Saravelli. So just so you know, like I try to get all my news from real hockey sources. So I don't like spin doctoring a lot of. So if you come to this show for hot takes, that's really not me. Perlo is definitely up his alley, talking about getting Crosby getting traded this year. And then Rico, Rico, he's pretty
level-headed in the off season. Crosby getting traded if Pittsburgh shits about.
You know what, Perlo? I wish you the best. I think you should put money down on it.
Just wait till it happens, dude.
I bet you would get those Arizona Diamondback odds, plus 12,500. I bet they'd be about plus 400,000. So if you bet $1,000, Fantilli had an amazing goal tonight. I didn't see. Yeah, no, I know a lot of people said it would have been cool to see Fantilli and Carlson match up because they were 2-3 perspective. I was actually, you know what? The impression I got was that Fantilli was really happy to go to the Blue Jackets, and really that's where he kind of wanted to end up. I got that impression.
That's his exact words.
Yeah, no, but I think Anaheim knew that before they, because I think they were probably like, well, this kid doesn't seem like he's all that keen on playing in Southern California. So California is not for everybody, man. It's kind of a high tax. It's a pretty expensive state. But it's gorgeous though. Like I'd live there, a couple months out of the year. The thing I'll say is California gets cold in the winter. It's not like Costa Rica. I think people get the impression that it's like LA is typically warm year round, but even people from LA go to like Palm Springs in the winter.
Fantilli, I believe Fantilli just saw that there's no center in Columbus.
And he's got a better shot. Yeah, because Ken Johnson, I think if he'd have taken the reels, he'd have already taken it. So,
Johnny Gaudreau hasn't been too hot this year, has he?
Well, it's too early. Oh, they got the commish on.
He doesn't have a center. Line is not a center. By the way, the Cole Carlson thing, it's a great – since you can't put people in the AHL, you can't bring – you know what I mean? Like, you can't put him in the AHL.
You could.
No, I don't know. Can they? Leo Carlson, maybe they could.
Yeah, he could.
Sweden. Yeah.
Yeah, he
but
could
if
go.
You are like with Lafreniere and Kako, the Rangers should have did that. They shouldn't have played him every game because when you're 18 years old, this grind is tough, man. It's tough in the NHL.
Yeah. I like what they're doing. Spicy 4K Action says that San Diego is just rated the most expensive city in the U.S. Not Hawaii, but close. I actually believe that it's San Francisco, followed by New York, and then L.A. But San Diego wouldn't surprise me if they're up there. I don't know how often they update the polls, but I'm never gonna watch Hulu on my thing again when we're doing this because I keep resetting between typing. It's too much. I'm going to get another iPad standalone and do it in here because I have not done a good job staying with the. So yeah, it's okay. It's just telling me now that the third period started in that Colorado or in that New York Calgary game. We'll probably ride that out to the end, and that'll make the podcast. We'll probably be close to. Oh man, I don't know. If you guys got to go, you got to go. I don't know how long we want to do this for. Maybe we'll call it at the 2-hour mark. Let's see. That's like 11 minutes from now. That'll be maybe the thing. Let's. Okay, this is from. Okay, hopefully Spicy 4K Action still in here. The 11 most expensive cities to live in the U.S. from metro areas to blah, blah, blah. Okay. Number 11, San Diego. It's only 1.3 million. Medium household income, 93,000. Medium house value, $770,000, basically. Low unemployment. Oakland is up there. Wow, Oakland is more expensive, they're saying. Boston number 9, Seattle number 8. No, I'm good. We're gonna end the stream in like 11 minutes. This is from Kiplinger.com, and this was from April 15th of this year, so it's pretty good. No, I do not want your thing. Get the hell off. Okay, yes, Seattle, I'm not surprised. So Los Angeles is 7. So Los Angeles is not even in the Orange County. The OC is 6. Okay, that makes sense. Washington, D.C. is 5. That's not surprising. Brooklyn is 4. San Francisco is 3. Honolulu is 2. And Manhattan is 1. Okay, so I knew New York City was up there. So, yeah. I would live in Manhattan, though. Manhattan's great. Gas is $6.79 a gallon here in San Diego. It is accounting for all the costs. Oh yeah, that's pretty expensive. That's expensive. California has a high gas tax, though, I believe.
$6.79 a gallon.
Yeah,
so
you guys pay by the liter. Don't
yeah,
you?
Yeah, we're around $1.36 a liter. So yeah, that's expensive because we're
that's about $4 something a gallon if you guys are like $1.36 a liter.
No, ours is about $5 something a gallon. Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, Arizona, baby. Nick Bugstad. Every time, is that 3-3 or 3-2? Does that make it 3-3 or 3-2? I think that's 3-2. Let me see what I got on the score here.
It's 4-2 LA, and it's 2-1 Philly.
Wow.
Philly's going into Vegas, dude.
4-2. Oh, LA must have just scored. Yeah, Philly, they're just showing the Philly goal. So Philly's up on Vegas. I said don't sleep on them. Oh, man, I haven't updated this score.
Tell you, Tortorella is a freaking genius.
Dude, and they got a lot of really young guys that they played last year.
They just had to get rid of Kevin Hayes.
That's right. Yeah. He's helping out St.
Perlo's
Louis.
favorite.
Perlo would take Kevin Hayes on the Oilers tomorrow. Draisaitl for Kevin Hayes, straight up. St. Louis wouldn't say no.
He's helping out St. Louis quite a bit.
Would you do St. Louis? Would you do Draisaitl for who would you do Draisaitl straight up for, since you said you don't like Draisaitl?
I don't say I don't like him. I think he's overrated. That's all. Who would I do? I would take Keith. I would take Matthew
Nylander
straight up.
Would you do Nylander for Draisaitl straight up?
No, that's Draisaitl's got more goal scoring ability than
Would you? Hey, Rico, you take Draisaitl over Nylander, right?
Probably, but I'm afraid to see what Draisaitl looks like without McDavid.
Yeah, but he would have Mitch Marner and Austin Matthews. I just don't know where it might be better for him. Dude, isn't that kind of weird though? Because if he went over to Toronto, Matthews would be kind of the McDavid, right? I think Matthews is a little bit better defensively, and I think Matthews is a little bit better goal scorer. But McDavid had like 64 last year, so it's like hard to say. Would you? Yeah, it does look like he's out for. I heard 2 weeks. I'm now hearing it doesn't sound like it's as bad. He'll probably be back for the, what are they calling, the Heritage Classic they're playing, which, by the way, kudos to the NHL for having the Heritage Classic when it's not like butt-ass cold out in the dead of winter, like doing it at the end of October for the or early November for the still probably not going to be super warm. What is it? What has the temperature been there, Perlo, in Edmonton?
In Edmonton, like I'm thinking Fahrenheit here.
No, just you can tell me in Celsius. I can look.
You can tell me in Celsius. Okay. It got down to minus. It got down to -9 this morning, and it was about minus. I think it averaged about -4 today.
So it was what?
It was -9
You were at
this
minus.
morning. and it was -4.
Okay,
today.
so you're actually colder than it's like 33 degrees here right now. So in Alaska, so you're actually colder. You're like 15 degrees, like 16 degrees there Fahrenheit.
Yeah.
If you're
and that's not
9.
even bad for here. That's actually not bad.
Ours has been getting about as low as 22 at night.
Do you have snow on the ground yet?
No, we did get some snow, but it's gone. It didn't stay. It was
we have snow on the ground already.
Yeah. Good night, Logan. Thanks for hanging out, man. We're gonna end the stream here in 5 minutes anyway. Probably finish up this period. I would have loved to have bet money on the Philly winning the first period, man. I still think Vegas probably comes back. But boy, they look good. And getting, like he said in the chat, getting Couturier and Cam Atkinson back has been a boon for them, man. They just really look like a different team. And Couturier looks good, man. Like, I mean, here's a guy that's a Selke Trophy winner. You just add that back into your lineup. Like, what a heck of a player, man.
A lot of people thought he'd never play again.
I trade him to a championship team, man. Like, let's get him on Colorado. Imagine him with McKinnon up the middle. And then if they got Landy back in time for the playoffs and they signed Patrick Kane or something, oh my God. Colorado looks like a wagon again, too. Like, I just think the West is a little bit more wide open. Yeah, you're in Spicy 4K. You're in San Diego. Like, who wouldn't want to live in there? That's a great. I mean, year round, isn't that like great? Yeah. I mean, I would do some San Diego for the weather. I'd do LA. I like LA. I'm all right with LA. I think I'd have to live out in the, by the ocean. Yeah, Alaska 30 when the sun is shining feels like California 65. I agree with that, Scarby. I agree with that. Yeah, hey, Spicy 4K, appreciate you being in, man. I don't know anybody from San Diego. Doesn't a lot of half LA go down to San Diego? I think that whole thing, yeah. I like I'm kind of like we liked San Pedro. We were on the beach. We liked Santa Monica. I was a big fan of that. I'm a beach guy. I like being by the beach. I like living on the water. So, yeah, 4-2 LA. I'm kind of bummed out. It looks like they're not getting great goaltending from Veg Melka tonight. So, I'm bummed out. If you bet them, I apologize. In the Arizona Coyotes. I have a lot of belief in them. I think they could be a sneaky playoff team. And I just keep thinking that this Logan Cooley kid. All right, I'll be back in just a second. Be back real quick.
I can't see them making the playoffs. I can't see them making the playoffs. Can you, Rico?
Who, Arizona?
Yeah.
No.
Defense is too bad.
Yeah, no.
Like that guy, that Turney does some pretty magical stuff with that lineup, but I'll be right back.
Okay. Hi, everybody. Hi, everybody.
All right. We're getting a little loopy. Andrew chimed back in. The two former. Sorry, we didn't mean to leave you there high and dry, Rico.
Dude, I was here by myself. I was gonna let somebody into the live stream there that was in the chat, but I'm not the admin, so I couldn't do it.
So I'm gonna probably upgrade so we can broadcast in full 4K, and I'll make you guys admins so you can run the show without me and stuff. I'll show you how to do it. And the Rico, I might bring this just so I can show you, like, you know. Scarby's asking what hat you're wearing.
Who?
Rico, I think she's talking to you or Perlo.
Probably Perlo. His is like blacked out. Mine's the Jays hat. It's easy to see that.
Yeah.
Mine's just a straight black hat. That's it.
He needs to wear a black hat because he can't wear his no more can he wear his green Hartford Whalers hat. I will get you a blue one because I feel bad, but the green screen looks good, man. And your camera looks so much better. We're not looking like we're filming it through a dirty sock now. Just looks a lot better.
Dirty sock.
I don't know, like he's just like up against the camera. It's like, oh, this is awful. Like I've seen 70 security videos that were clearer definition than that feed we were getting from time to time. So
yeah, it's looking
all right, boys. Any final parting? I've really enjoyed. I mean, we still got like a couple of games going, but I feel like it's been a 2-hour stream, and I don't know. I'm a little long in the tooth tonight on this. I feel like I've been watching hockey since 2 because that's when the Leafs game came on. They came on at 6 p.m. Eastern, and it was 2 o'clock here. So, anything you want to talk about?
My last thoughts are who benefits the most? What type of fan benefits the most by having all teams play on one night and having one team play the night before and one the night after? Is it the sports better? Does the sports better benefit the most, do you think, by this? Or the average fan can't that likes to watch hockey in different teams because you don't have 8 screens on your I don't know. Yeah. What are your thoughts on the whole thing about the frenzy thing? Like it's kind of cool that every team plays in one night.
Yeah, I mean, here's the thing I'll say. It's easy for me. I'm in Alaska time. Everybody knows this. Or if I was on Pacific time, I just feel like it's easy for me to watch all the games. One, my schedule, I can watch the 2 o'clock game here. But I'm the exception, not the rule. So I don't know what you do. I mean, really for Alaska, a 7 Eastern game starts at 3 here. So you're not watching any of the East Coast hockey if you have a real job. If you're getting out at like 4, you can catch the East Coast games, the second and third period. If you're getting out at 5, you can watch the third period. If you don't get off before that time, you're probably not watching the East Coast games. So the fact that I have a great schedule where I can watch all of them and it's still relatively early. I mean, it's 8 p.m. here. So it's great. Yeah, it's dark now because it's winter time, but like I like the staggered start times, especially when I'm trying to watch 4 or 5, even if they don't do the Frozen Frenzy. I've been doing the Frozen Frenzy for, the last couple of seasons. I've tried to watch as many games as I can, and it's better when you've got a little bit of breaks where the games aren't all on at the same time, but you've got a lot of games that you can kind of go to. I mean, I don't even watch regular football anymore. If it wasn't for the Edmonton or for the Red Zone, I wouldn't watch NFL really. I just can't watch the way they do the games and they review everything. And then now the refs are just garbage with the calls. Like they're making up manufacturing calls and then missing like game-changing calls. So, and I'm hoping hockey stays away from that. Like that's why I want to get rid of the offside review. I just feel like it's let the linesman do it, man. Like if you're not going to get rid of the linesman and just have like a chip in the puck where if it goes in before, because they already have the technology for this, then so I'm just done with it. So
no, I get what you're saying. Like what calls do the linesmen make now besides icing?
Well, they do offsides, but they're going to review every one of them now. And I think you should get one review a game for anything. And it doesn't have to be. And I'll say this: I think the NHL should say if the puck is on the blue line, it's in the zone, and we're not doing this anymore. We're not doing this review. If it's on the blue, it has to be a competitive advantage. It has to be 3 feet offsides, in my opinion, for it to even make a difference.
Well, why don't they just make the blue lines bigger?
I agree with that too. Make them bigger, but if the puck's on, like if all of the puck is on the blue line or greater than on the other side, it should be on sides. We're spending all this time. The line should be like the start of the blue line, and once the puck's completely over the blue line, you're not off sides. You can play the puck on the blue line. It just can't go completely out of the blue line. And that's the way it is when you get it in the zone. What?
Just get rid of the fucking blue line altogether.
I mean, you don't want guys cherry picking. You
not
can't
a bad idea too.
But it's
not
a bad idea too.
That's their problem.
Yeah, that's not
when you let goalies come out of the net a little bit more too.
I'm fine with that. I said
I agree with you 100%.
Yeah, I said I don't have a problem with that. So. All right, boys. Well, any other thoughts? Perlo, do you got closing thoughts?
My only closing thought, since we're watching this game, it's pretty possible the Flames might be the most in trouble team in the league, besides maybe the Capitals.
Yeah, they're in trouble, dude. They lost to the Capitals.
Big trouble. Big.
Yeah, they're in trouble.
I'm not talking about this season. I'm talking about period, future, everything. This team is big.
Well, they have some young. Don't they have some young talent in there, Calgary?
They got a couple of young talent, but as long as they're like what Rico was saying, as long as they're paying Kadri and Huberdeau that money, I don't see.
I like Zary. I like Rushishka. They got that Wolf kid. They got some good players coming up. So
Wolf is struggling in the AHL right now, right?
Well, I don't know. I haven't seen anything from this year, but I keep hearing he should be up. So.
Well, it's only a couple games in though. So. But that's all I have to say. I've been watching this game.
And Hannafin at the deadline, and you get what you can.
Well, I mean, the problem is those are guys you'd like to keep, and you'd probably want to get rid of Kadri and Huberdeau if you could, but those are probably not tradable contracts. So maybe that's how you get the Leafs. Yeah, maybe Calgary trades Kadri and Huberdeau to the Capitals or something, and they get Kuznetsov and Backstrom back or something. I don't know.
They just traded the same problem for the same problem.
I know, but Kuznetsov and Backstrom don't have any length of their deals left. The Cap, yeah. I mean, I actually don't like that deal for the Caps, quite frankly, because they're going to get out of the Kuznetsov and Backstrom deals in 2 years. Plus, I think Backstrom could medically retire. If he does, he just does not look good. He should have had a goal today, but Ovechkin was doing whatever he was doing. So.
At least
all right, I really appreciate everybody. We'll hang out after. I have a question I wanted to ask you guys I didn't forget, but thank you so much for everybody showing up. Same bad time tomorrow, same bad channel, 10 p.m. Eastern, NHL Nightly with Beard, Rico, and Barry, Perlo of Wisdom, although sometimes we question the wisdom. He's a smart man. We will see you tomorrow.